over the years, when it comes time to discuss faulty assumptions in class, I often freeze up. And the question is also, what faulty, stupid assumptions have you made recently? And I promised myself I'm going to make a list, and I never get around to it. But so I came up with a few faulty assumptions that people often make or could easily make because they're not really thinking. Thing to consider here is there's often more than one thing at play. In one case, it rained real hard, and I left my lawnmower out in the yard, and it would not start. And I said, it rained. It got the air filter wet. That's the problem. Or maybe the water got into the gasoline somehow. That's the problem. And I worked for hours drying, and it turned out to be a little safety mechanism that decided not to work at the same time it rained. And that's when that's one of those events where you go, man, there's two things going on at once, and that's where we get things wrong. I believe this is partially what Deming meant by making faulty assumptions. And this goes into why are we all so damn stupid. So here again, there is often more than one thing at play. So somebody will say, Joe is lazy. Joe might be lazy, but can you just go to that assumption that you observe Joe and Joe is lazy? Maybe Joe doesn't like what he's doing. Maybe Joe doesn't like the position that he's in. Maybe Joe is in the wrong position. Maybe Joe is depressed. Depressed and lazy are two different things. Maybe Joe has a bully that's after him, and that brings Joe down. So Joe is lazy. Well, show me evidence that Joe is primarily, his behavior is due to laziness. Can you do that? Often we hear that they say somebody crashed at 2 a.m. and they were drunk. So first thing that comes to mind, if somebody wrecks their car at 2 a.m., they're drunk. Well, show me evidence. What are all the other things that could have happened? Before we jump to the conclusion to try to make sense of the situation and move on, let's think. How do you know that's true? And why would you even start that rumor until you have evidence? Maybe somebody was out riding a bike and he swerved and went into the ditch. Maybe it was a deer. Maybe it was some other kind of wild animal. Maybe the steering wheel broke. Maybe the axle broke. Maybe there was a flat tire before the wreck, not after the wreck. So why do we go and make the quickest assumption that we can think of and just believe it and go with it? She is a hothead. Well, this kind of relates to Joe is lazy. She's a hothead. She's a witch. Maybe she's got problems. If we can just begin to open up and say, maybe, she is apparently moody, but we don't have to call her a witch or a hothead. Maybe she has migraines. Maybe she has family problems. Maybe she has high expectations or something of people around her and she hasn't communicated that, and so other things could be at play. I remember reading this one a long time ago, an example of the kid who spilled the milk, and the parents say, you're worthless, you're clumsy. Well, maybe, but do you have evidence that the kid is clumsy and worthless? Did you really have to go that far? Maybe the glass was too big for the kid's small hands. Maybe there was soap or grease residue on the cup. Yeah, we all just go, oh, he's clumsy. And then probably gets a spanking for spilling the milk when it could have been the size of the cup, some residue on the cup, something else. It could be a physical problem as well. She she played in the rain and got a cold. Now don't you play in the rain now, you'll catch a cold. We've all heard that. Since when does the cold or flu virus fall out of the clouds? That's insane. In fact, you probably heard your mother go, "Stop playing in the rain, come in here. Oh, and by the way, go take a shower." Don't play in the rain, you'll catch a cold. But you never heard mom say, "Don't play in the shower, you'll catch a cold." You got evidence that the rain caused the cold? Huh? The internet sucks. We've all heard this. The internet sucks, or the computer sucks. Which one is it? Or maybe it's something else. The internet sucks. So you call up the internet company and you yell at them. Maybe it's your laptop or your computer. Maybe you opened an email that has a virus. My problem, I blame the computer. I blame the laptop. Hey, come on, speed it up. Maybe it's the internet service and I'm blaming the computer. I'm making faulty assumptions. The employees ran off all of our customers. Let's go get them. I'm going to give it to them. They're ruining our business. Maybe it wasn't the customers. Maybe it was that pepperoni that you saved 10 cents a pound on that's too greasy. So now our brand has gone from, quality pizza to heartburn. Don't go there, you'll get heartburn. Did you? Employees, show me evidence. We need evidence before we just make these faulty assumptions and go creating our own problems and looking stupid at the same time. Now this is part of the Deming curse, because hopefully if this sticks in your head, you'll be sitting out on the steps and somebody sitting next to you and they'll say one of these things. Hey, don't play in the rain, you'll catch a cold. Really? Really? So, think about that. Try to let this ferment in your head for 6 or 8 months, and that is going to drive you nuts. Because when you hear somebody say one of these crazy things, and I still say them too, you're going to be going, "What did you just say? Why are you so damn stupid?"